Okay, my stomach is
Yeah! Bloopers!
Yeah, man.
What's up, guys? Here we are doing our third podcast, and we're just gonna, talk about some more about Call of Duty and pretty much our channel a little bit, just give you some insight, I guess, and let's just get right into it.
Yeah, so first thing that we really wanted to talk about in this podcast was one of you guys left a comment on our very first podcast that we did, and basically the gist of his comment that he left was what sets you guys apart from other people, or the same conversation has been had 1,000 times about Black Ops 4 and stuff. What makes you guys different? So we were just barely discussing this a little bit, and what we really kind of talked about was that with what we were discussing in that whole video, like if you watch that whole video, we talked about a lot of different and original ideas. Like one of the things we talked about in that video about Black Ops 4 was how they could start teasing Black Ops 4 in the latest Call of Duty games. So we
World
said
War II,
that they could tease Black Ops 4 and World War II's headquarters. That is something I've never seen anybody talk about in any video on YouTube. Like, sure, a lot of people have talked about Black Ops 4 and said, like, oh, this year's Call of Duty game has to be Black Ops 4. But we talked about more than that. We talked about how there was lots of little leaks and stuff. We talked about the Mob of the Dead remaster thing.
Yeah.
We just talked about a lot of stuff. So if you guys watch the full videos, you guys can really see what sets us apart. But we do thank you for the comment. We do really appreciate it because, any comment is good to us, even if you guys don't like our content or whatever. Any comment helps us and can help us do better and can help us kind of grow as a channel. So it's what you guys really want to see. So if you guys have anything we should improve upon or do, then, make sure you leave a comment. So we appreciate that guy's comment.
Yeah, we do.
And it was really nice of him to leave that comment. We appreciate it. But yeah, so for this video, I think we should talk more about Black Ops 4. Like,
yeah.
I've been so hyped about it because we could have talked so much more about it last
we
time.
We had to kind of, bring it in, cut it short a little bit just to keep ourselves from, 2 hours was still pretty long, but we do want to keep it a little bit shorter for the, duration of these videos, and we don't want to be boring you with a lot of stuff because, like with that comment, he probably didn't watch the whole video, and it's understandable. It's a 2-hour long video. But
we don't really want to. 2 hours is probably something we're going to shy away from. We're probably going to try and do maybe an hour and a half because we recognize we have full-time jobs, and I'm sure a lot of you guys, either you guys have jobs too or you're in school or something, so you might not have 2 hours, 2.5 hours to watch a podcast or, listen to a podcast or something. So maybe an hour and a half will be our sweet spot, something we'll try and focus on and do for this video. But really with that first video, what we really tried to do is we were just talking so much about it. It's something we're both really passionate about and we love talking about.
Super excited about this game.
It's going to be awesome. But there's still so much more we do want to talk about. So this one, we have more sort of information and news, whereas last time it was a little bit more opinionated.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Also, we are not just going to be talking about Black Ops 4 in this video. We're going to be talking about other things. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about was this really awesome game we've been playing called Civilization Revolution.
Love this game. It's fantastic. If you haven't played it, I really suggest it. It's not an expensive game. A little bit ago, it was like $8 on the in the Microsoft Store, and so I'm sure they'll lower it again soon. And if you don't mind spending just like $10 or something, once it hits that, I really suggest picking it up and just play a game or two. It's fun, and it's a game that we've played hundreds of times. It's just a great game. I just really like it myself.
Yeah, it's a really fun strategy game, and it's one of my favorite games on the Xbox 360. Like, it was, I don't know how I came across. Actually, I think I might remember now. So back when it was around like Modern Warfare 2 was out, so like 2009, 2010, I think was when the game came out. And I went to, I think it was GameStop or something, and my brother actually bought the game. I think it was like $5 there, or $5 or $10 in one of those like game bins. And we've had it for a while, and it's such a really fun game. Like, if you guys ever played Civilization on the computer, so much fun, but it's way more complicated. Like, it's so complicated, and there's so many little things you can do. But Revolution, is like the cutback console version that is still super like easy to play, but it can also be really hard.
Yeah, it's not an easy game. It's a game that you can really get into and do hard stuff with. If you love going for achievements and stuff, which is what we do,
Yeah.
we don't like, especially like if we're talking about zombies or something. Surviving isn't really our thing. It's like we want to go for an achievement or an Easter egg. And so in this game, it's really fun to try and go for some of these hard ones. Like it's like you have to beat it on some of the hardest difficulties. You have to beat it with one city or whatever. You have to do all these things, and it's really fun. I mean, at least I have really enjoyed it. And
Yeah,
I know you have. So
one of my favorite games on the Xbox 360 is something that I can really just see myself playing a lot. And honestly, like you boot up a game of it, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2.5 hours fly by, and you're like, man,
wow.
And then you beat it, and you're like, wow, that was a good game.
Or you freaking lose. You'd be surprised. You'll lose in some like, you'll think bullcrap ways, and then you'll be like, shoot, and you'll hop right on and get onto another game, and you won't realize that your whole entire freaking day has gone by trying to go for one little thing.
You had it was last week. You were playing Civilization Revolution. Were you on King difficulty?
Yeah, I was only on freaking King, and it's not that hard because it goes from like, it's like warrior or something. It's like the easiest, and chieftain, and then king deity,
or king like something deity. I think.
King emperor deity.
Yeah, I think it's emperor deity.
And it's like, it just gets insanely hard.
Yeah.
But I was playing on King.
Yeah.
Which isn't terrible, but it's pretty hard.
So I was sitting here watching him play, and what ended up happening to one of your cities?
So I was just sitting there, and I had just barely gotten a new city. Just barely had started the game. So this was only my second city, and I built it right below my other one, just off a little bit, on a really good production area. So I was going to be able to build a lot in the place, and I was excited for it. I didn't have any people in it yet, or any like units in it yet. It was only like, it wasn't even 1000 AD or anything. It wasn't very far at all. It was still in the early BCs. Yeah. And all of a sudden it says, what was it? It said, barbarians have raided and taken your city. And I was like, what?
He lost his city. So like in Civilization, you can have other civilizations like take over your city, where they like attack your units in your city. But if you don't have any units, they just take over your city,
and it becomes theirs. And so I'm thinking, well, freak, now whatever. I'm gonna have to go back over,
take it back, and it's more of an inconvenience if they do that, because it's like, well, then it takes off all your production. Anything you had building in that city just goes away.
I've never had a city been taken by barbarians though. Like you have to normally go attack
that before.
And so like I built a road straight into that city, but I couldn't see the city anymore. I was
all
like,
foggy,
okay, whatever.
You know.
So I took some of my troops, I went straight to where the city was, and the city was just gone.
The road was still there, going right to where the city was, but
and
the city's
just gone.
Nope, it's not there anymore. So we just lost this city.
And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? And I ended up losing the game because I only had one city, because they all of a sudden, all the other civilizations built cities all around me, and I had no place to go. And so I got wrecked.
Yeah.
It was the freaking stupidest thing. I was like, never again will I leave a city without units ever. Like, every single time, put units with your settlers to build a new city.
Civilization is such a fun game, but what I've kind of found myself doing with the game, like, I haven't played it very much after I got all the achievements in it, because that, for me, is one of the reasons why I play a lot of these games. Like, sure, there's games like World War II and Black Ops 3, and even like games like Fortnite or PUBG that I, will just kind of play for fun. Mm-hmm. But these other games like Civilization and a lot of those Telltale games, those ones are ones I just basically play for the achievements. Like, sure, like I love playing Civilization.
Yeah.
But part of the fun of that was going for these achievements. So there is some achievements for beating the game on deity difficulty on like every single victory. So like a domination victory, a technological victory, a cultural victory, and an economic victory. And it's really hard to do so, but it's also kind of a fun challenge to do. So like if, it's hard, but it's also fun because you're going for this specific challenge.
Yeah.
And now that I have every achievement in that game, I don't really have as much of a reason to play it anymore. And I really wish they would put out a second one. Like Civilization Revolution 2 would be so much fun.
It'd be great. And one of the fun things to do with it is even if you've gotten all the achievements, there's like 50 great people that you can get, and every single game I try and get the great people, and you don't really have a choice with it, so I'll always go for the cultural victory, like every single time. Like even if I'm not going for that specific victory, I'll try and get as much culture as I can so I can get more of the great people and stuff, so that I can get all of the great people that I had. And I finally got them. Like on this one game, I got the one guy that I hadn't had the entire after playing like 30, 40, 50 games in like 2 weeks span.
I think there might be an achievement for that.
Yeah, and I got it. It was took me forever, but I got it.
I don't know. It's kind of weird because since I do have all the achievements in the game, but I was looking at it the other day, and I don't have all the great people.
Because I think it's because we brought it back over to Xbox One. Now that it's backwards compatible, we brought it back to the Xbox One. We haven't played it on the Xbox.
Oh,
One
yeah, true, because all the saves
compatible.
aren't there. The achievements carry over, but my saves don't. Okay.
So
my saves are on my 360 hard drive.
Yeah.
Whereas the Xbox One backwards compatibility goes through the cloud. So if I were to save my 360 saves to the cloud, then I would have them all.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And so everything that you can do is get all of you can build all the wonders, and there's like 6 wonders in every single age period, I think. So there's
Something
like
like
the medieval, or wait, what is it? It's like Stone Age, medieval, modern, and then future.
Something like that.
Something like that.
There's
But-
like four stages.
So there's 4 stages, and you have to get, and you can build all of it, and you have to build all of them, and that's one of the achievements. And then the other one is get all the great people, and then the other one, I don't know if this is one, but when you play a game, you play against 4 other civilizations: Japanese, Chinese, Russians, Germany, Egypt, U.S., India,
Zulu,
or what is it, Aztecs. And so they have all these people, and every single time you play against them, their head pops up on these pedestals after the game is done in like this little area. And one of the things is you have to play against all of them to get all of their heads. Even if you play as the character, it won't pop up that character's head. So you have to play as the ones that you have, and they pop up bronze for either chieftain or what is it, warrior difficulty.
Warlord, I think it is.
Oh,
Chieftain,
yeah, Chieftain,
Warlord.
Warlord. That's what it was. Chieftain and Warlord difficulties are that. And then it'll turn up silver for King and Emperor, and it'll turn up gold if you beat them
On
in
deity.
deity mode. And so the thing is, it's not getting it up on deity. That's not the achievement. The achievement is just to play against all of them. I think it might not even be an achievement, but like that's one of the things I'm going for still currently is to get all the heads gold.
Yeah.
Which is extremely difficult because every single game is hard.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's hard enough to just try and get a cultural victory or economic or any victory in deity at all. But now you have to replay it enough times that you randomly get every single one, So it really sucks, but it's fun. I love the game, and
because they have Civilization Revolution 2
Yeah,
on
they do.
mobile, so on like your iPhone or iPad or stuff like that, you can get Civilization Revolution 2. I never played it. I never played the second one. I ended up getting the first one on my phone, and I played that, but it's not the same, and it just isn't that great on a mobile device.
Mm-mm.
And so I'm like, oh come on! If they brought the second one over to consoles, I'd be so happy, and I'd buy that up in a heartbeat. Like Civilization is one of my favorite games, and like I usually play like shooters and stuff,
Yeah.
but Civilization is a really fun strategy game. So if they put the second one out on consoles, I'd be so happy. Like I know that there's like Civ 5 and Civ 6 and like Beyond Earth and stuff on PC, but PC is way more like complicated and
It
harder to
makes
get
it-
into.
Yeah, it's harder. I've tried to I did Civ at home because my brother actually bought it, and I was like, sweet, now I can use this game because I didn't have Civilization Revolution myself for a while. I just played it with my buddy here.
Yeah.
But I tried playing it, and I was like, this is just funky. What is up with this? Like, it was weird. I didn't really like it as much, but I mean, still a good game. It was just kind of weird for me.
Yeah.
Of course, Civilization, one of our favorite games. It's a fantastic game, and I can't, say much bad about it at all.
Yeah.
We do play first-person shooters all the time, and that's our main focus. But, I mean, especially if you guys like watching these other things, tell us. We'll maybe put on some gameplay of one of us playing Civilization, and the other one will make fun of us. He'll make fun of me, of course, the entire time when we completely screw up everything and
Yeah,
get
like
right.
that's some kind of transitions into the next topic for this video is kind of our goal for this channel. So we're not going to be just doing podcasts. We're going to be doing podcasts every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. And so like these videos aren't going to be the only ones you're seeing on this channel. We're going to have other ones of us just playing games.
Maybe
you know,
we could do high stakes videos with
Yeah.
both of us. I mean, every single time he dies, I'll slap him across the face.
whatever you guys want us to do. Yeah, anything
You wouldn't like that one very much.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
I can hit pretty hard.
And so like what we really kind of want to get like going for this channel is a video every single day for you guys, and every Wednesday will be the podcast, but that's just a little hard for us to set up right now. So for the time being, we're just going to stick with doing the podcast every week. The podcast time and date and stuff won't change, so these will still be every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. But in the meantime, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all those other days, we want to have more videos for you guys, so that way you guys have more things to watch from us. So we want to have more videos of us playing games and stuff. I mean, earlier today we were playing some Black Ops 3, having a lot of fun playing Safeguard. It's double
Yeah.
XP and Safeguard.
I mean, we
Yeah.
played some World War II as well, but basically we just want to try and give you a variety and give you as much of it as we can. I mean, there's probably going to be some time that we slack a little bit, but we're going to try our best to keep it, consistent and constant, and just giving it to you guys as much as we can. Please comment, like everything that you like. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you don't like. I mean, if you love watching one video and hate the other, we can get rid of stuff. I mean,
Yeah, we're willing to change things around on this channel. Like, if
We'll
you guys have
listen.
any
We'll
games
listen.
or anything you guys want us to play, then be sure to like voice those. I've been really wanting to get into Fortnite on my main channel and kind of play a little bit of that. Same with PUBG or Battlegrounds, And I think that's something that we could definitely have fun
Yeah.
doing together, is playing like Fortnite or Battlegrounds together. Plus, my brother Preston, he really wants to get in on this, and he even said, he's like, "Yo, I'll play Fortnite with you. I'll play Battlegrounds with you."
he wants to voice all of his opinions as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
we
that's
just
another
did a
thing with-
video for
we did it for my main channel
Yeah.
and some of my other channels, where if you guys watch any of those videos now, at the end of some of those videos, you might see a little like plug for this channel on there, where we just kind of did an introduction to this channel. And if you guys came from that channel, welcome. Hope you guys enjoy your stay and have enjoyed this so far. But
and we're very grateful for your views and for your participation in this this little group we're trying to get going.
yeah. And so my brother, he was in here like helping us with that video and stuff. And he was also watching our second podcast, the last one we did, where we talked about conspiracy theories and stuff. And he was like, kind of interested in what we talked about. He's like, "What'd you guys talk about?" And we were like, "Oh, like 9/11, Bin Laden, stuff like that."
And he wanted to, and he had opinions
was
that
like,
he was
"Yo."
talking to us about. And
He's
it
like,
was
"Did you guys talk about JFK in that?" And we're like, "No,
Not
we
really,
should have."
no.
And he's like, "Yo, if you guys do that, like hit me up. I have got a lot of like things to say about that." And so we were like, "Huh."
So we're gonna hopefully, and if you guys like it, we're gonna post another one of those videos probably soon.
Mhm.
We're gonna have to get some new stuff, and then we'll probably cover a little bit more, especially with his points of view. We're not sure if he'll be on the video yet or not. He didn't
Yeah.
really say if he wanted to,
I think-
but we'll definitely get
Yeah.
you some of his points of view as well. We want to put everything that we can in there and give you a good solid video.
Yeah, so on this channel, it's not just going to be us. We're definitely going to have some guest stars on it. We're going to have Preston on here, our girlfriends as well.
Of course.
That can be fun, playing games with them. I've done some videos on my main channel of that. That's always fun stuff. But
I like those comments. Hey, your girlfriend's hot.
whew.
You're like, back off. She's mine.
So freaking like anything like that would be so much fun. Plus, like even like when we're here talking about like Black Ops 4, we could have them here like making fun of us, like, "Oh, you guys are such nerds talking
Oh
about
my
this."
gosh.
Like, "Oh, why don't you talk about something actually fun?"
If you put
exciting,
a video
know?
cam in my camera, you'd hear a lot of funny stuff coming out of
Yeah.
her mouth. I mean, of course, there are bags on me and you, but
True. You guys would probably find that hilarious, you know?
We're sitting here like, gosh dang it, we just like playing video games.
Yeah.
And they're all like, you guys are such idiots.
Yeah. So we're definitely going to bring some other people on for the channel and just be doing more videos. So like we said, we're going to be doing more videos throughout the week other than these podcasts. But then we also probably won't just be doing us. Not just me and him. Bringing other people on and kind of having it be like a big like group, like fun channel of just a bunch of us playing games, talking about games, having fun. Not just video games too, like anything really that we're doing. Podcasts. These don't have to be about video games. Like we said, we're going to do videos about our lives and talk about our lives a little bit too.
Which will hopefully, I think we want to get one of those up pretty quick, pretty soon into here.
We might try and do that like next week a little bit too.
Yeah, put you into a little bit of our shoes, show you our lives. I mean, maybe you're not interested at all. Maybe you think it's kind of cool. If you guys want to comment on those or even comment on this one and be like, yo, stay away from that. I don't think it's a great idea. Or, yeah, it's a fantastic idea. Please let us know. I mean, we want to know everything that goes through you guys' heads about these videos. We want to get as much feedback as possible. Just please hit us up. We want to listen and will listen to what you have to say. We really, really want this to become a success and a highlight in your week. Maybe even a daily thing. I mean, who knows what can happen with two buddies doing what they really like to do.
So another thing that I kind of wanted to touch base on a little bit was that, like, so when we were talking about what we should do this podcast on and talk about a little bit, like a lot of these podcasts we kind of want to have like a set of topics that we talk about, but we also want the conversation to kind of flow more. And if we start getting into a topic, then we'll just roll with it, you know?
Yeah.
So
like we thought we were kind of talking about Black Ops more in this video, but it's kind of rolled towards something else.
Yeah.
And so we'll still talk about it probably a little bit later, but
yeah, like what we were kind of like talking about was, are we going to talk about Black Ops in this video? Because our first one, we did talk about Black Ops 4.
And it was a long video and we had a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, we still have more to say about it. And that's why we haven't really started talking about this, because we kind of want to limit ourselves a little bit so that way, you know, you guys can get a little bit of a mix of everything, a little bit of a taste of everything in here.
We don't just want to do one subject. We want to give you everything. Like, we love talking about Black Ops, but we love talking about all these other games in our lives and all sorts of things.
Like this is the third week of this podcast, and so I was like really kind of like torn. I'm like, should we talk more about Black Ops? Because I was really torn about it, because there's a lot here I want to talk about and like interesting things, but I'm also like,
and new leaks every single day.
Honestly,
every single day. It's gonna start flowing real good, and everyone's gonna be talking about it. And yeah, this is where it's gonna be hard to put ourselves apart from everyone else, but we're gonna try our best.
An idea I just kind of had was maybe we could do like a separate, not really a podcast, but more videos throughout the week of us talking more about Black Ops and all these like new leaks and things, discussing them a little bit more.
To keep it a little bit more condensed for you guys.
Yeah, and then we can keep these podcasts more about other things. But yeah, so this podcast, today I was kind of torn whether we should talk about Black Ops, because we did that 2 weeks ago. And then also with the conspiracy theories and stuff, like probably like an hour ago, we were just talking with Preston about conspiracy theories, and like, yo, if you guys are doing that today, then hit me up. You know, I would, you know, join in that conversation and stuff. And so I was like, should we do that today? Because if we did, then that'd be 2 weeks in a row of just conspiracy theories. And, you know, what if you guys don't like that? What if you guys prefer us to talk about Black Ops or other things? So I think we might save that either for next week or maybe the week after or something like that. So that was just kind of a thought I had. And lastly, one thing before we start like getting into Black Ops is that there's been a rumor that Disney and Lucasfilm have been in talks with 2 new game developers for Star Wars games. So currently it's only been EA has had the Star Wars franchise, like their video game rights. So like Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2. And then they also had, what was that mobile game one? It was like Star Wars Galaxies. Galaxy of Heroes, is that it? Or is it just Galaxy?
I think I have it on my phone.
It's Galaxy of Heroes or something like that. But yeah, like those are like the only like games
Star Wars
that they've
Heroes,
had.
Yeah, Heroes.
And that's the only ones EA has made so far. Like they have Respawn. the guys who made Titanfall and made the original like Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, they have those guys making a Star Wars game that might come out this year. It could. That's a possibility. Or
We have a lot of this year to go through. I mean, it's only
yeah, because
February,
it'll
March.
have been 2 years since they last came out with Titanfall 2. So maybe it would be this year, or it could be next year when Respawn comes out with their new Star Wars game. They released a little bit of like a little like gameplay teaser of it, and then next year will be Battlefront 3 because EA has confirmed that there's gonna be like 3 Battlefront games, so that'll be kind of fun. But
I mean, pretty fun games. I like them.
yeah, but I would really love to see more Star Wars games than just the Battlefront ones. I mean, Respawn is doing one. They had Star Wars like 1313 that was canceled.
Yeah.
But I mean, back in like the GameCube and like Xbox, the original Xbox and like the PS2 days, there were so many Star Wars games
Oh
out.
yeah.
And a lot of them were so much fun. Like there was like Jedi Knight. There was, what was that one you had on the GameCube? Was it like Clone Wars?
Yeah, I had Clone Wars. Then there was also
There was
Rebels.
Rogue Squadron.
Rogue
or
Squadron, that's
Rebel
what it was.
Squadron or something like that.
and there was all these little games that were fun. They weren't about like the main Star Wars stuff. They were just
Mhm.
about other things, and I loved those games. So it was really fun. Those were
yeah,
games
like
that I
Jedi
played
Outcast
tons.
or whatever too. I think
Mhm.
that was one on the original Xbox.
They had
Jedi Academy,
yeah, Jedi Academy, and they
Um,
also had
Knights of the Old Republic.
that's the one. I played that one a bunch on the.
Mhm.
Was that the first Xbox?
Yeah, the original Xbox. They have that backwards compatible now, and
It's
it's
a good
kind
game.
of crazy. Like I think on the Xbox One X, they bumped up the resolution. I think to almost like 4K or something like that.
With,
And it's crazy.
That's
It looks
fantastic.
way good now.
I mean, I thought it was fantastic back in the day, but
Yeah.
you know, first Xbox, nothing was super great. But now
Mhm.
if it's almost bumped up to 4K, that's going to be a really,
Yeah.
really good looking game.
Yeah, and then of course you had the original Battlefront 1 and 2. So many Star Wars games, and that's just kind of crazy. Like lately, all we've had is just Battlefront 1, Battlefront 2, and like the Galaxy of Heroes. That's like the only Star Wars games we've had in a while. There was also Star Wars Empire at War. That was one on
Oh,
PC,
Yeah,
I think it was, and that was
Yeah.
really fun. I remember watching Ben play that one
yeah.
before school.
One
sometimes.
of our buddies, he played it
Yeah.
all the time.
So for this rumor for Disney and Lucasfilm to be in talks with 2 more game developers to do Star Wars games and have other like Star Wars rights, that's incredible because what that means for us as like fans and as gamers is more Star Wars games. And since I guess this means that Disney isn't exactly maybe happy with what EA is doing with Star Wars at the moment, hey, other developers can hop in and do other things as well. So that's
I think
really
they should
exciting.
make a lot of. I think they should make more games like how they did on the PS2 with what was it? What was that one with you were just the Jedi and you were going through levels and
Oh, they also had Commandos, Republic Commandos, and then I think it was around like 2007 or 2008 they had Force Unleashed.
yes,
Force Unleashed
Force
1 and
Unleashed
2.
was really good. And
Yeah.
I think they should do a couple more, not Force Unleashed, not with
Mhm.
a thing necessarily like that, but I think they should go through it a little bit with more characters that you didn't actually get to know, didn't
Yeah.
get to see, or maybe even saw in some of the prequels, but didn't get to be,
Uh-huh.
learn anything about them.
Yeah.
I think they really should expand on the
They could do ones on
universe.
Clone Wars, the Clone Wars TV show, and the Rebels TV show as well.
Yeah,
That would
definitely.
be really fun. But yeah, so that's just a rumor. We'll have to wait and see about that, kind of what comes out. We got the Solo movie coming out on Memorial Day this year, so that's only like 2 months away, or sorry, like 3 months away. That's really exciting. I'm really excited for
Mhm.
that. That'll be a fun movie to watch. And hey, maybe we might, I can guarantee we're going to talk about that movie on this podcast
We definitely
that
will.
week. And we're going to talk about it and kind of our thoughts on that movie. So that'll be exciting. Yeah, so I guess it's time for us to move into Black Ops 4 and really just kind of talk about this and like what we got. So I got some list of topics here that we got for it.
Some new content.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just kind of rattle through the list and then we can go like piece by piece and go through them. So the first thing is that Call of Duty 2018 was confirmed by Activision, and Activision's CEO put out a statement about the game this year and also upcoming Call of Duty games. Next thing is that Eurogamer has confirmed Black Ops 4. And then after that is that we're going to go back to that job listing Treyarch did back in September about a game or a job opportunity for a game at Treyarch. And so what that could mean for the setting of this Call of Duty game this year. The next thing is that an analyst firm believes that Call of Duty 2018 will be Black Ops 4. And then the last thing is that this year's Call of Duty game will be coming to Switch, to the Nintendo Switch. So,
which hopefully that's good. I mean, when they put Call of Duty on the Wii back in the day, it was kind of
yeah, that was
a little
that was fun times. That was something I was really
Modern Warfare
cause
on the Wii.
we had Preston and Ben would hang out and they'd play Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 on the Xbox 360.
And we're sitting in the other room playing it on the Wii.
Yeah, we'd be playing Call of Duty 4 on the Wii. Oh, that was rough. Cause like we even had the plastic little zapper thing that was supposed to be like a rifle that you like hook the Wii remote into, and then the nunchuck in the back.
And yeah,
and
shot
you like
with
aim
it.
at the screen and stuff. Oh, it's such like a little gimmicky thing, and it was weird. But for it to be on the Switch, I mean, the Switch is decently powerful. It can be used
It's a
as
good little gaming system.
a regular console. I mean, we had Call of Duty games on the Wii. We had them on the Wii U. Black Ops 2 was the first Call of Duty game on the Wii U. Then they had Ghosts. They didn't do Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 3 on any Wii systems, and they didn't do World War II on the Switch, which I kind of thought was a little curious.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, we never really heard anything about World War II coming to the Switch. So maybe now Activision has changed their mind about that. And, I mean, if they release it for another platform, hey, that's more sales.
Oh, yeah.
So there's plenty of people like me, like if I get a Switch, I'm probably going to buy it on there just to kind of screw around and play it on, you
To
know?
see what it's like.
Heck,
Maybe
I did
it's
that
better.
Yeah, heck, I did that with Ghosts, you know? I bought Ghosts on... I know you hate this, and you're... and even Preston, he hates this. But
I
I
bag
bought
on this game so much.
I bought Ghosts on. I have it on the PS3. I have it on the PS4. I have it on the Xbox 360. And I have it on the Xbox One. I don't have it on the Wii U because I don't have a Wii U or the PC. So those are the two platforms I don't have it on yet.
Oh my gosh! You know, just the other day we were here, and just behind the screen, just over there, I see Call of Duty Ghosts. PS4. I'm like, really?
It's the hardened edition. You know?
Really? You bought it on PS4 too? Like, it's such an awful game. Like, I mean, I think it's such an awful game. Why would you buy it on more than just the Xbox? Because, of course, the Xbox, we got it first on Xbox 360. And then he bought it on Xbox One.
Yeah, that was one of the
and
first
then
games
PS3
I had
and
on
then
the
PS4. I'm like,
Xbox One.
why? Why?
I don't know. I don't know why I bought it on the PS3.
Yeah,
I think it was
that's
because it
just
was like
stupid.
$5 or something. So that was right when I first got my PS3. I saw it was like $5, and I was like, why not? You know, bought it. I think I played it. Actually, no, I played Extinction a little bit on PlayStation, and I also played Infected. I don't think I've played it more than once or twice on the PS4, so I don't know why I bought it on there, but
It's a waste of money.
yeah, I mean the hardened edition was only like $20, and that thing is like $80 when it came out. So
Yeah, well, that's what happens
It's
when your
kind of
game
a-
sucks.
kind of I don't know. It's kind of cool. Like it comes with like a couple of like cool like little knickknacks, you know, for the special editions. Like Call of Duty special editions are always kind of cool. The Black Ops 1 came with like actual like night vision goggles.
Mhm.
No, that was Modern Warfare 2. Black Ops 1 was the RCXD. It came with like an actual RC car that
kinda
had
cool.
like fake
That's pretty cool.
explosives and stuff strapped to it, which is that was really cool.
I wish
Then,
I'd gotten that. I loved that game.
Yeah, then Modern Warfare 2 was the night vision goggles that like were actual night vision goggles and worked, which was really cool. Then-
Were they like cheap or were they actually?
No, they were
good?
like pretty like heavy duty ones.
They were dank.
Then Modern Warfare 3, I don't think had a special edition. They did have a special edition Xbox 360,
Yeah.
like a custom console. Then Black
That's
Ops
normally
2.
what they do is the custom console.
Yeah, Black Ops. I mean, they did have a Modern Warfare 2 console as well.
That's true.
So I don't know why they didn't do anything for Modern Warfare 3. Black Ops 2 had the Care Package edition, which came with a Dragonfire drone, like an actual like RC drone that you could fly around, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it came in a care package, like an actual care package from the game.
That's dope.
Ghosts had a tactical camera, which was like It was pretty stupid.
Tactical camera.
Yeah, it was just like a ghetto GoPro, you know? It was pretty awful. And then, what did Advanced Warfare have? Advanced Warfare just had a custom Xbox One, like a special edition Xbox One.
Yeah.
And then Black Ops 3. Oh, Black Ops 3 had the Juggernaut fridge. That's what that was. It had a fridge.
Huh?
Yeah, like a mini fridge, but it was shaped like the Juggernaut machine. That was cool.
That's pretty awesome.
I remember that because the day it was announced, I got on Amazon because I was at work, and I hurried to like pull up my phone, and I go into Amazon and I bought it, but I bought it for. Did I buy it for Xbox One or PlayStation 4? Because I didn't have a PlayStation 4 at the time.
So must have been Xbox One then.
Yeah, but I was thinking about getting a PlayStation 4 because the beta came out on PlayStation 4 and the DLC was going to come out, but on PlayStation before Xbox.
Yeah.
And so I think I canceled my Xbox One pre-order, and then I tried to pre-order it on PS4, but PS4 was sold out. And then when I went back to reorder it on Xbox One was sold out. So I got screwed because that
is something you would do. That is definitely something you would do.
It's just such my luck. Like, plus they only made like a limited amount of them. I think they made only like 10,000 or 1,000 or something like that. So right now, if you try and buy them, they're like $500, $600, and I'm like, dang, I should have just bought it for like the 200. But I shouldn't have canceled I should have just tried buying the other one, and if I could buy the other one, then I canceled my first one. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, I learned from my mistake. That was rough, but
to learn a little bit about this kid, he doesn't think ahead.
Yeah. Then what do we have for Infinite Warfare? Or Infinite Warfare? I don't think Infinite Warfare had anything for it.
Did it even have a console?
No. Oh, Black Ops 3 also had a console.
Well, yeah, duh.
Black Ops 3 had a console. And they also had a different edition that just like came with the game stuff. The second edition is the one I bought. That's my original PlayStation 4. Here, you know what? I'm going to go grab it. But in the meantime, you can talk about whatever. You can even read that first one off. Well, I grabbed this. I'll be back in a second. You can rattle off that first one.
All right, let's see. Well, this first one says, next 3-year COD cycle is going to be the best 3-year slate in Call of Duty history coming up. And that was...
Activision CEO.
That was Activision CEO who said that it was going to be the next 3 years, not including World War II, was going to be the best 3 years in Call of Duty history. Now, I think this is crazy to be able to like make a remark like that, because I think World War II was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think World War II is fantastic.
Black
Ops
3.
1, 2, and 3 were all great games.
Modern Warfare 2, COD 4. Like, really, what a lot of people think of, like, the golden age of Call of Duty, they think of Call of Duty 4, World at War, kinda. Yeah. But, like, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2.
That's, like, the best years of Call of Duty. That's
after Black Ops 2 is when a lot of people just stopped playing Call of Duty. Like, Ghost came after Black Ops 2.
Came out. Awful game. People went back to Black Ops 2 because it was such a close relation, and they were coming out with the Xbox One, so they're all like, I don't want the Xbox One because they've got
One and they came out PS4
with a bunch of weird stuff connected to it. Like, that's one thing. When they were first saying that the Xbox One was going to come out, they're like, you have to buy this with it. This has to come with it. The Xbox console won't do this and this and this. And I was like, I don't want this console. Like, this console sounds awful. And as it got
they had like the
closer
always
and closer,
online and stuff.
Yeah, and as it got closer and closer, and then a little bit after, they changed it, all these little bits, and it made it cheaper and just a better console in general.
Yeah, it's way good now with backwards compatibility and all these different things with it. But yeah, like Ghosts, or after Black Ops 2, I feel like really kind of marked the end of an era. Like, a lot of people will make the claim that Black Ops 1 was the end of like the golden age for Call of Duty, that Modern Warfare 3, I mean, Modern Warfare 3 was a great game.
I loved Modern Warfare 3. When that first came out, I personally didn't buy it because I didn't have any money. I was just, I was a kid, I didn't have a job. I mean, I could have asked for it, but I never did. And I played it with my cousin all the time. I played it with, Joel all the time. I loved this game. And then
Modern Warfare 3 was the best-selling Call of Duty game
Yeah.
of all time to date. Is the best-selling Call of Duty game. And so, I mean, some people could make that claim that since Modern Warfare 3 was the top-selling and that Black Ops 2 didn't pass it, that Modern Warfare 3 was the end of Call of Duty.
And I think because Modern Warfare 3 was a fantastic game. I loved it.
Mhm.
But I think because it wasn't as good as what was a little bit beforehand, I mean, it took a little bit of a decline to it.
But that makes sense because
Yeah,
the people who made like Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 4, they left the studio before, like during Modern Warfare 3's development. So Activision had to have Sledgehammer come in and basically help out with Modern Warfare 3. So
and it changes Sledgehammer's like entire deal, completely derails what they normally do and puts them in this situation. So yeah, it dropped a little bit, and I think because everyone was so hyped for this game, everyone bought it.
yeah,
And then a lot of people were disappointed, but it's like it was still a really good game, but a lot of people were disappointed. So Black Ops 2 comes along, and it's an even better game, and it's like probably, if not one of the best games that Call of Duty has came out with, and everyone buys it except for your certain bunch of people that are like,
Yeah.
Call of Duty sucks.
yeah,
you
like,
know?
oh, it's the same thing every year. But also, I think it's quite possible that Black Ops 2 was super close to the sales of Modern Warfare 3 because Black Ops 2 in 2012 was basically at the very like butt end of the Xbox 360's lifestyle or life cycle, and a lot of people were buying digital games around that era. That's really when it started. Like personally on my Xbox One and PS4, pretty much every single game I own is digital. Like I have
You have like 2 games and I have like 4, and the only reason I have those 4 games is because people will buy me the disc like for a gift or something for like Christmas or my birthday,
yeah.
and I'll be like, thank you, I wish you had bought it on digital, but they don't know about these things because
Yeah.
in my family, my older brother plays games and everyone else in my family doesn't, and that's fine with me. I don't really care. I don't mind having the disc. I'd rather have it digital, but the disc is just fine. But with with Xbox One and PS4, we don't really have any disc games.
Yeah.
Digital is where it started, and
Like
after,
I remember now. I bought Black Ops 2 digitally. After I think I bought it in like 2014 digitally, because when I first bought the game, I bought it on the disc. And
that's when I first bought the game too. Oh wait, no, I didn't
You
even
have
buy
bought
it.
it.
I
just
never
thinking
actually
about
bought
that.
the game. I never actually bought the game. We have a friend who had the game, and I asked him. I was like, "Can I borrow your game? Just for a little bit." And
Yeah.
I ended up borrowing it for about like 3 months. So I borrowed it, and at that 3 months, unfortunately, his parents got divorced. Like, it was bad.
Yeah,
It kind
really
of ended
sucked
up
for him.
bad. His dad moved to Lake Powell
Mhm.
and took his Xbox. So he never asked for the game back, and it kind of became mine. So I never actually ended up paying for the game, but I had it,
Yeah.
and
And
I
you still
love
have
that
it.
game. I still have that
still
game.
have his
I
copy.
still have the copy of the
That
game.
kind of sucks for him, but
Yeah.
hey.
But now I could give it back if you ever wanted it.
Yeah.
I actually never thought about it because on the Xbox One, as the day it came out,
I think you bought it digitally.
I bought
as
it
well.
digitally, and I bought the Season's Pass.
Yeah,
So now I
I remember
have
that,
everything
yeah.
you could possibly have, except for all the camos. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I could buy all the camos, but yeah, I don't really.
Yeah, I bought them all, so anytime we play together, he can use them. So.
Which is most of the time that we play. So
Yeah, so Black Ops 2, I feel like a lot of people like us, we bought
Yeah.
it digitally. We bought it both physically
Mhm.
and digitally. And a lot of people
it
at that
kind of
time,
sucks, but yeah.
yeah, a lot of people at that time were really starting to kind of get into digital gaming. And so I feel like because these sales figures only reflect the physical like disc sales. So it's quite possible that Black Ops 2
sold better.
yeah, than Modern Warfare 3, but even still for the CEO of Activision to claim that the upcoming 3 Call of Duty games are going to be
the
best ever?
trilogy.
that's the huge statement to make.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like. It's unbelievable if they are literally the best 3-year Call of Duty in history. These will be like the most amazing games. Call of Duty will not only still be the biggest franchise in gaming history, but it will surpass that, like,
Mhm.
by 5 times, by 10 times. It'll be
Yeah.
substantially a bigger, better company,
Yeah.
which is crazy, seeing as it's like head over everyone.
But like Call of Duty sells
Better thing.
millions and millions and millions of copies every single year. Like there's so many people that are turned off and don't buy Call of Duty games anymore, but there's still millions of us who still do. And
this kid on 4
Yeah.
freaking different
especially
consoles.
people like us, you know, buying Black Ops 2 twice each, you know.
Yeah,
or
that
actually
was-
once for you because you didn't buy it the first time. But
Hey, whatever you could do to save money, do
Yeah.
it.
and
I don't suggest stealing video games from your friends, though. You could lose friends that way. I, however, ended up having the perfect scenario, which ended up being a very bad scenario for him.
Yeah.
I still
Oh,
got
well.
the game. That's what really matters here, right? Right,
So-
that's what matters.
Yeah. So like that includes this year's Call of Duty game. So this year's Call of Duty game, I have no doubt that it'll be a great game because Treyarch always makes great games. But I really think that they can really take what they've learned and really just put it to the test with this game because World at War was kind of like it was kind of a fluke at the time because everybody wanted the newest and like best thing, which was modern shooters. And for Treyarch to go back to World War II was kind of a, you know, iffy move.
Darn.
And then they really just stepped it up with Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 was something revolutionary. Nobody had done like the Cold War in Vietnam. And so,
And then the zombies type deal.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people have done zombies games.
yeah, like there was like Left 4 Dead and other things, but the zombies mode just works. And now you have
It's fantastic.
games like Rainbow Six that like basically copy
yeah,
the
Siege. They want to do. They're just
doing
barely
zombies.
coming out with a zombie
mode.
and it's actually looks pretty decent. I've my brother personally plays that game like crazy on my account. So now I have all these 12-year-olds that message me
messages.
every single time I get on. Before I log into a game or anything, I'll be like, turn on my Xbox. Bling, 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 bling. I get like 6 or 7 different requests to join parties and games and stuff. I'm like, I haven't even done anything yet. I want to watch Netflix, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
And like while I'm watching Netflix, I'll get things that pop up, and I'm like, guys, I'm watching Netflix. I don't want to play this game with you.
But the real reason why Rainbow Six Siege is like a zombies mode looks so good and is good is because the guy who like came up with it was the guy who came up with Call of Duty Zombies. Jimmy Zielinski. He's the guy who made the original like World at War maps, the Black Ops 1, and he worked on like half of Black Ops 2 with Jason Blundell. Jimmy did Transit, Die Rise, and Buried. Meanwhile, Jason Blundell, the guy who does like all Black Ops 3 and will be doing Black Ops 4, he did Mob of the Dead and Origins.
The 2 best maps.
Yeah. So,
But still, Jimmy was fantastic.
Yeah.
He did an amazing job
And
at
now
doing
he's
a
working
revolutionary,
yeah.
gaming type.
Now he's working for, doing Rainbow Six and stuff, and apparently
What
that
is
zombies mode is really good, and
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey,
I'm excited to at least try it. My brother always tries to get me to play, and I'm like, I've seen you play. I'm tired. I don't want to play right now. I'm just going to sit and watch some TV. A lot of the time that's what happens after work because I'm super tired. But I'm actually kind of excited to try this out with him, watch him play it a little bit, see if it's something that's worth talking
might
about.
even do
Which
gameplays
we'll
here on this
probably,
channel.
and especially since now I have the game. Buddy here doesn't have to buy it and have no repercussion from us trying it out. If he loves the game, maybe this kid will be showing you some videos
maybe I'll
on
be
his
playing
main
it.
channel.
Yeah. So, like, going back to it with the, 3 years of the best Call of Duty games. So, the next 3 years will be, this year is Treyarch, next year is Infinity Ward, year after is Sledgehammer. So, Sledgehammer just came out with World War II. It's a great game.
Oh my gosh.
It really is. It's been a lot of fun since Black Ops 2. Like, Ghosts and Advanced Warfare, we're like poo-poo,
Oh my goodness.
They weren't that fun. And, like, the whole time
I haven't
while was...
even tried Infinite Warfare. It just...
Oh, yeah, and I forgot there's Infinite Warfare. Same with everybody. Everybody forgot that was
Everybody forgot that was a game. I keep...
Yeah.
Every single time I'm like, what's that other game? They came out with another one. It was like Advanced and Black Ops 3. What's the other one? I
Yeah.
swear there's another one. It's Infinite Warfare, and it's there, and it's just sad.
Yeah,
It's
like
a sad game.
during Ghosts and Advanced Warfare's life cycle, I I was still on that like high from Black Ops 2, and I really just wanted to get back and have a Call of
He
Duty
was
game.
still on the high because I only played Black Ops 2 and I made him come over and play it with me.
Yeah, and like, but Ghost and Advanced Warfare really just didn't hit that spot that Black Ops 2 did. It just really wasn't that same, like, if they freaking did Black Ops 2 again, you know, like in 2013, 2014, where Ghosts and Advanced Warfare were, it would have been amazing. But like, while I was playing Ghosts, I was like, man, why isn't this game like Black Ops 2?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
And even while playing Black Ops 3, to an extent, I've always been like, man, this game is good, but it's not Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was like,
That was
like-
that was such a good game.
yeah.
He's heard me say it a million times, and I'll probably say it another million times. That was my favorite game. I loved that game. It was the reason that I wanted to play Call of Duty every
Yeah.
single day after school, every single night. And every Friday, we'd play literally for almost 7 hours straight
Yeah.
that game. I loved that game. We played zombies, we played multiplayer, we played the campaign.
Mhm.
We played every single mode over and over and over and over.
We did everything that game had to offer.
So fantastic. I loved that game. And I'll
Yeah.
say it again, and I'll probably say it in almost every single video we ever make.
Yeah, so if Treyarch can really just nail what they did with Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 in this year's game, because they can really make it good. Because I feel like Black Ops 3, the reason it wasn't so great was because, one, the campaign really didn't connect and was really just kind of, you know? But it was still a good campaign.
It just kind of was in the middle. It was it was sandwiched. It was a good game sandwiched in between really freaking bad games.
Yeah. And, like, I really think a lot of Black Ops 3's, like, the problems with it just come from the advanced movement and this whole push towards the future. Like, Activision was like, no, we gotta, like, you know, step this up. Because Modern Warfare 3, like I said, was, like, the pinnacle and, like, the top-selling Call of Duty game. Black Ops 2 could have been, and probably is, even higher selling. But Ghost sold way less than Black Ops 2, and even less than Modern Warfare 3.
Well, that's because everybody bought it, but like they weren't buying it as fast. It wasn't like the release date, everyone buys it. Because like a lot of people don't buy the game for the first little bit.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily a I don't want to buy it thing. It's a lot of the time it's a
Wait
we
till
just
Christmas.
we just want to wait till Christmas because you know normally they come out in what like November,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like okay, wait a month, you can have
Yeah,
the game.
or for Black Friday or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Get it
And
on sale.
it's like a ton of people bought it, and then everyone was like, "This is a terrible game. Stay away from this game."
Yeah.
And everyone stayed away, except for this kid.
Yeah, buying it 4 times.
Oh, and I bought it. I bought it the day it came out, and I was.
I think you're done with it that
disappointed.
first day. No, I think it was like maybe 2 days.
It took me.
I
It
think
took me
you
a little
played the
bit
campaign
because
first.
that's what I always do with a game. I start off with a campaign.
Mhm.
I love Call of Duty's campaign, so I'm never disappointed. I played it and I was like, this is really cool. I like it a lot. But then I started playing multiplayer and I was like, what is this crap?
Yeah.
What is this? I want to play some zombies. I went on and I'm like, it's not zombies.
Yeah.
What is this?
Distinction.
It's Extinction. I started playing and I was like, what is this bull crap? Now that we've played it more and we've figured it out, I like it a lot more.
Mhm.
But I was still like, what are you doing? And multiplayer was just
And I think
sad.
you played it for
Probably about
like a week or so, and I remember at one point you were like complaining to me that the game, you were just, the multiplayer wasn't that great, and I think I logged on to your account and I was looking at your classes, and you didn't have focus on, because focus is the like necessary perk in that game. I think it's focus and like dead silence, because focus gives you less flinch when you get shot, and it was one of those
shot. It's
crutch-
like,
yeah, it was one of those crutch perks where you had to run it, everybody ran it, and so if you didn't run focus, you were just gonna get like absolutely pooped on. But that's something that like you know, an average player like you weren't like really like huge into Call of Duty at the time.
Yeah.
Like yeah, you loved Black Ops 2 and played it, but you weren't like hopping on Reddit and YouTube and like watching and learning everything about the game.
I'm
going all
more
the
like
ins
that
and
now.
outs.
I still don't do it completely. I don't get onto Reddit to like find out every little tiny thing. But whenever I want to know
Like
something,
today, we just barely found
Yeah.
out that Dreisendrach has this plunger that will insta-kill the Panzers. And I was like, dang, That's
fantastic.
crazy.
We can use that for the Easter
We
egg.
wouldn't have found that out, without that, like just like casually playing the game, would never have found.
And
that.
then while we were doing that, I was like, hey, I wonder if there's a good strategy to do the pressure cooker
achievement
in World War II, which is get to round 20
in
on
the
prologue of zombies. And so I was
Apparently
like,
there's
I'll look it up.
Yeah, we watched a video about it.
And
There's a mystery box on that map. You
And
just
I
have
had
to,
no
shoot
idea.
these, like,
you have to
birds
like
or
shoot
something.
the crows or something in the map, like just shoot like the 10
And then
crows or something, and then
the door opens and there's a mystery box. And it's
And
like, what?
I've tried this Easter egg. I mean, I've tried this achievement like 6 or 7 times. I got to round 16. 16!
Just with the MP40.
With the MP40 and like the not overcharge, the unlimited ammo thing, and the, and just my shovel, and that's it. With that, I got to round 16. I'm not the best zombies player by any means, but I was really proud of that when I found out that you could do it so much easier by getting the box. You could get, any of the guns out of the box, and I didn't know that, which was like,
Honestly.
are you kidding me, Harrison? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So kind of like going back to it with the original topic is that, these Call of Duty games are going to be the 3 best Call of Duty games. So I don't doubt that Treyarch's game will be good. What I'm really kind of interested about is that this guy's also making the claim that Infinity Ward's next game will be good, and Sledgehammer's. So Sledgehammer kind of has a mixed track record with Advanced Warfare was like pretty like bleh, it was like meh, no thank you. And then World War II was really good. A lot of people still have problems with World War II, but I think it's a great game. And so Sledgehammer could definitely do a great game. So that's definitely possible to do another World War II game, or maybe a Vietnam or a modern game, or maybe even a future game.
Yeah.
But for Infinity Ward's past 2 Call of Duty games have not been great. Their last one was Infinite Warfare, and the one before that was Ghosts.
They have an awful record, according to me.
Yeah.
This guy hates their games. They are still making, revolutionary games, things that nobody's, except for Infinite Warfare. That was something that everyone's already seen, and everyone's like, bye-bye. No.
Yeah.
But, I mean, still really good game makers, just they didn't make good content in those 2, which is not necessarily completely their fault, seeing as they had to go with a certain thing. They're always like the end, or like kind of at the point where it's like, okay, we tried this, now you guys get to die with it.
Yeah, like they kind of Infinity Ward just kind of gets like the bum end of the stick with like the development cycle. Is that like, after Black Ops 2, they released Ghosts, which was still boots on the ground.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways was the same as like Black Ops 2 and the Call of Duties before it, but there was just a bunch of stuff about Ghost that just didn't work. And by that time, Ghost was just so boring. And so that's why we got into this advanced movement stuff. So Infinity Ward really just got the bum end of the stick there.
And they just got screwed. Which I think, honestly, I do think what they did was like, well, we're screwed. We know everyone doesn't like it. Let's make the best we can, but, we know that nobody's going to want what we have to give them. And everyone thinks we're going to give them something else, so might as well make it awful. Trying to kill the franchise on their own, but of course that's not what they're actually doing.
Infinite Warfare, they also got that, once again, bum end of the stick, because Advanced Warfare had that advanced movement. People didn't really like that. They liked it for a little while, then we're like, nah. And then right after that was Black Ops 3. People were like, yeah, this is okay. But then by the time Infinite Warfare came around, people were like, no, I'm done.
Especially since there was a lot of leaks letting us think that there was going to be a boots on the ground game that was coming out. I was like, yes, we're going back to it. And it was kind of being leaked for this year, or like this, last game, World War II. And so everyone was super excited. And then they found out that it was Infinite Warfare. And everyone was like, no, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing? Just some stupid crap. And nobody wanted it.
Yeah, so if Infinity Ward, I think what they can really do next year to make a good Call of Duty game is either like World War II or a modern game, but do their game, but also do Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, because that's really what kind of saved the franchise this last year was Modern Warfare Remastered. that game really stopped Call of Duty from just going right down the
Well,
toilet.
plus, thank goodness that they were actually coming out with a new console during Ghosts, and everything was, and they weren't planning on doing any backwards compatible stuff.
Yeah.
And then they started doing backwards compatibility, and the reason that Black Ops 2 didn't come out first with that thing, because everyone wanted it backwards compatible. They had millions of people, millions of comments saying, "We want Black Ops 2. We want Black Ops 2 on the Xbox One." And I think that's another reason why it saved them, is because they were like, we know we're getting another game like this. We know we're getting another Boots on the Ground. We gotta bring it so that they're still with us when that game comes out, which I think was super smart. They came out with Black Ops 1 and everyone's like, thank goodness we can play zombies again on this console without having to go back. It makes it so much easier. And then we're thinking, okay, they came out with Black Ops 1, they're gonna come out with Black Ops 2 soon. 3 months later, not quite. And then
it was Black Ops 1 came out in May of 2016. Yeah. And then was it? Yeah,
and
that's
Black
right.
Ops 2 came out
in April of 2017.
So, 3 months went by and everyone was like, what? And then, 6 months went by and everyone was like, what? And, after that,
took them a while.
Almost a year, they did it, which was, I think, looking back on it, was perfect for them to put them right in the spot where everyone played it. I remember we got on when that game first came back.
It was that day I found out that it was backwards compatible within 15 minutes. Like, the game became backwards compatible at, I think, 10 o'clock.
Reddit and
Everything
YouTube
exploded.
And everything
All
exploded.
It all blew up. So within 15 minutes after it was announced, I was like, because I was in class at the time, and
didn't you skip class right after that?
Yeah, because I got the notification in class through Reddit and YouTube and stuff, and I was like, I was just chilling in class, learning about science or something. I don't remember what class I was in.
As soon as that came out,
literally
chilling in
the
class, second he
my phone buzzes, and I was like, huh? Pull it out, and it's like, Black Ops 2 is now backwards compatible, and I was like,
seconds after he does that, texts me, and he texts me a picture of the link and everything, and he sends, it's backwards compatible. He doesn't even say Black Ops 2. And I knew instantly what it was. And I went, no way! We both left class. We still had 2 classes left in the day.
Yeah, just left class.
Lunch was coming up next or something, and we were just out of there. We were gone.
Yeah.
Skipped the rest of the class. We went over to his house.
I came on, hurried and downloaded Black Ops 2, and I think while I was downloading, actually, I think I made 3 videos within an hour of the news coming out. Uploaded them, was downloading it, and while I was downloading, we were like, let's go to McDonald's or something. We went to McDonald's, got some food, came back, it was all downloaded, played it for a couple hours.
Ooh, we played it all freaking day, but I don't think it was a Thursday or something, so I couldn't stay over all night long or anything.
And after we played it here a little bit, then we went over to your place.
Downloaded it.
You bought it, and bought the season pass at the same time.
And I was just I was so pumped because I had all the map packs already because he had downloaded them from an earlier time.
Yeah.
And so what I had to do is when I actually bought the seasons pass, it tried to download them twice. Yeah. So I had to delete the maps and then let them download. But I got everything. Everything was downloaded. And let me tell you, we both played Black Ops 2 for the next 3 weeks straight.
Yeah,
no other games.
Fun.
This guy
so many videos and stuff. It was amazing.
Made so many videos and the videos were so popular with it coming out. He made more money in the next 2 or 3 months than he had made in 2 years with his job and his freaking YouTube.
It was nuts.
It was ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, that was such a fun time.
That was great. When he was making that much money, I was like, hey, can I borrow a couple $100?
It was ridiculous at that point, and I was so happy. But yeah, it's nuts. Now with backwards compatibility, we got World at War came out, I think in June or July, backwards compatible, and then in August or September, Ghosts became backwards compatible.
Yeah.
Which I was like, I don't even think I downloaded it. I was like,
that's surprising. He should have downloaded it, dude.
Yeah.
Even just don't
But-
don't buy it. Just put it
Oh,
in
yeah,
your
and then
360 disc and let it download.
At some point, Advanced Warfare became backwards compatible, but I never touched that.
Yeah, I mean, I was extremely happy when I found out that for one, like when they started doing backwards compatibility, they sent out a thing that said every single console after this will be able to play every single console and generation game beforehand.
Yeah.
And so are they gonna do a new generation than Xbox One? I think they said they would eventually.
No. So what they're gonna do for Xbox is that they said that there's gonna be no more generations, but that they're gonna do new hardware, kind of like phones. So how like Apple does like iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus, iPhone 7, iPhone 8, iPhone 10. You know, screwy naming thing. But anyways, so they Microsoft said that for the Xboxes, everything is going to stay the same. So it's still going to be Xbox, and there's going to be no more generations. So there's still going to be
instead of Xbox, then Xbox 360, then Xbox One,
yeah,
they're basically all going to be Xbox One generation consoles.
yeah,
And then they're going to go just, how it is Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, and then, whatever the heck else they want to do, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, just whatever the heck they want to do.
Xbox One X2.
X2, X3,
Yeah.
they could call it Xbox One, something whack.
So
But
every Xbox going forward will be able to play all the same games. So in 5 years from now, you'll still be able to play games that came out right with the Xbox One. So games like Call of Duty Ghosts.
more than even 5 years from now.
Yeah,
In
you'll be able
20
to play-
years, you'll be able to play freaking World at War. You'll be able to play
these backwards compatible games.
Yeah.
Now they have original Xbox backwards compatibility with like Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
In 20 years, you'll be able to still play that on
Anything
whatever
from the
newest
original.
hardware.
We're getting so excited, we're cutting each other off. We're like, I want to talk. Do I want to talk?
Yeah, it's freaking awesome, and I can't wait for it.
We're
It's gonna be
pumped,
awesome.
as you can obviously tell, with how loud we are getting and how
Yeah.
much we're covering each other up with our voices. This is
Yeah,
how
I guess-
conversations go a lot of the time. It's like, no, wait, I need something.
So back on kind of our list of topics, is that Eurogamer has confirmed Black Ops 4 that Eurogamer has an inside source that says that this year's Call of Duty game is going to be Black Ops 4. A lot of people are like, yeah? But Eurogamer's source is real.
It's a real reputable source. And they say it's going to be Black Ops 4. Does that mean it's going to be called Call of Duty Black Ops 4? Or does it just mean that there's going to be a fourth Black Ops game? That's the one thing that I know.
They didn't specify exactly. The leak and like Eurogamer never said that the title was going to be exactly Black Ops 4. But the leaker is very reputable.
Danica.
He
I'm sorry.
this leaky person,
This leaky person.
It's,
What has he got? Chlamydia?
So this leaker is they leaked World War II last year. They were 100% correct in saying that saying the Sledgehammer was gonna do World War II this year, and so they confirmed that they leaked it that this year's 2017 was gonna be World War II. They got the name right, they got the setting right, and everything like that. So it could be a Black Ops 4, but I mean, this source is reputable. Hey, they confirmed World War II last year, so you never know about that. That's just kind of cool. The next thing is that Treyarch put out a job listing back in September, and I have a video about this on my main channel that Preston actually did. He made this video, which was really cool, and it's a job listing for deep knowledge, for a deep knowledge base of firearms and modern military technology. That's part of this like job description or like requirements. So
hey, my buddy could have been in this, and he's
Yeah.
'cause he's a military. He used to be a PJ. He was on a special force team. He could have been in this. I mean, he
Yeah.
wasn't, but that would have been cool.
so
If they
there
ever
was
have a job listing, I want to sign up for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know as much as a lot of people, but if they ever want a voice actor, I mean, I don't have the best voice ever, but I'll do what I can.
yeah, so
I mean,
like
I'd love that.
for I don't know, like it'll just be really cool, and so for them to put out a job listing for a modern game leads us to believe that it will be, modern. If they put out a job listing for someone who has a knowledge base of modern firearms and modern military technology,
We gotta expect it to be something modern.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems kind of dumb to even talk about it. Once you give that little piece of information, they want someone with a lot of knowledge of modern techniques. It's like, well, yeah, duh. Now we know exactly what it's gonna be.
Mhm.
Of course, we can only speculate, which is the crappy thing. It's like we wish we knew exactly what it was, but then again,
Yeah.
these videos wouldn't be so great if we knew exactly what it was. Then it would be exactly the same every single time, and we want to give
Yeah.
you the new stuff.
And then the last point that we have here for like the video topic for this podcast is that there's an analyst firm that believes Call of Duty 2018 will be Black Ops 4 to help sales and, quote, to match fan expectations. So there is this leak saying it's going to be Black Ops 4. There's an analyst firm that says it's going to be Black Ops 4, but at the same time, it's
Hey,
like,
there's us saying it's going to be Black Ops.
yeah, I mean, this analyst firm's like theory and like their prediction that's going to be Black Ops 4 isn't that hard to make.
I
you know?
mean, we
We've
can
said
make
it,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what we've done. We're like, they're gonna
It's
do
going
a
to be
Black
Black Ops 4 for this reason, this reason, this reason, and this reason,
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
that might be what sets us that it's the same, but we have, reasons we try to get covering
Yeah,
on
we try and get
every
the
single
details and
leak
stuff.
detail that we possibly can. So, yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah, so with the console, I don't remember exactly. Oh, we were talking about the special editions of Call of Duty. So this was my very first PS4. This is the PS4 I got. So they released 2 PlayStation 4s for Black Ops 3. They
this
released
is possibly going to be mine in a couple months, just like you know.
So they released this one that is just a regular PS4. I mean, this one is the newer updated PS4. The only real difference on it is that it's a different chassis and it's a different like model number, but it has a soft top. Whereas like you see my original Xbox over there, the one side is like glossy. I don't think yours
Yeah.
is glossy. Yours
Mine isn't glossy.
Yours is matte, like my PS4 Pro.
Yeah,
over
my
there.
whole thing is matte, not glossy.
Yeah, so that's how this is. This one's completely matte, and it also comes with a copy of Black Ops 3, and came with Nuketown. And a 500 gig hard drive was the same price as a regular PS4, so I was like, why not get the Black Ops 3 one? Save myself a little bit of money. But then they also came out with like a Black Ops 3 themed one, where it was an actual like Black Ops 3 on the console, like it had like the Black Ops 3 like logo and stuff on there, and they also had a special Black Ops 3 controller. But I'm still proud of this one. Like, yeah, man.
I mean, we wish we could get you a little bit better picture on what's going on here. We are currently trying to get a better camera so that we can give you the best quality. Because we actually re-looked over our video, our first video and our second video, and with this camera that we use, we don't get the best quality. But we want to give you the best things we can, so we're actually looking at a good camera, which we should have in probably even our next video.
Yeah, hopefully.
And hopefully we'll be able to see a lot of difference. I mean, it's a little bit blurry in this one, but we're hoping that...
Because we want to step up our game with this channel and give you guys the best content possible.
Pun not intended.
Yeah. Like, we want to improve this channel as much as we can and get this good for you guys. So... for like obviously there's 2 major things going on with the video. We got our audio and our video, and the audio is good. It can still improve, so we're working on the audio. We got some solutions to that to make the audio better, and then we also have solutions to get the video better, so the video will be sharper and better colors and stuff, and maybe higher frame rate and stuff like that. But yeah, so we're working on this channel, trying to really just get it going and make it the best that we can for you guys, and just make it a great channel and make it a fun time. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video so far. It's been fun. We talked about Black Ops 4. We didn't talk about it as much as we did last time.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a lot of good information in and tried to condense it more. We didn't go off on random crap.
We kind of did. Special editions and the ghosts. And
but I think we tried to put it in as best we could for you guys.
It was fun.
The one thing that I think we can do a lot better on is, quality of picture, if you know what I mean.
Go back and watch our first podcast if you guys want to know what we were talking about there. But yeah,
we're trying to get a little bit better with that too. And as we are in one of the worst parts of our winter, which is coming late, running is not really a priority at the moment.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we're happy that this is going so well, fun for us, and hopefully it's fun and good for you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna be trying to put up some videos of us playing games, not just these podcasts soon. So I can't give a confirmation if that will be out this week, if we'll do any of those videos, or if it will even be next week. But you guys can be sure that sometime in the future we will be doing those. I can pretty confidently say that we'll at least have some within the next month, some other videos besides these podcasts. But for the time being, we're trying to focus on these podcasts, and we're also trying to improve these podcasts as well. But so the podcast is really our first priority, and then we're going to kind of start moving over into some other videos, but continuing doing our podcasts as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much everything we wanted to talk about here in our third podcast. If you guys haven't seen the first two, make sure you guys go check those out.
At least, skim around. Especially that first one, it's pretty long. Skim through it, find out some information that you may have heard us kind of talk about in here, but didn't go into detail. We've got a lot more details than that about Black Ops 4 and all the Call of Duty games. We go a lot more in depth, and it's a long video, but it's really worth the wait if you really want to look through it and really like your Call of Duty stuff.
Yeah.
Please give us comments, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel for sure. And
yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's
so
all we got for you guys this week.
There you guys go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week in our podcast number 4.
Okay, my stomach is
Yeah. Bloopers.
Yeah, man.
I almost did that too.
No, that was I'm fucking gonna crap my pants.
I'm gonna make a mess, dude. I was gonna do that for you during the video too. I was
like 2 minutes. My stomach was like, ooh,
dude,
not agreeing with me.
Dude, I thought I was gonna freaking crap my pants.
Oh.
I was keep letting them go, just really silently.
Yeah, same. I was like, that's better not be loud.
That's a blooper moment right there.